Okay, let's dive into this. Welcome everyone to today's Explainer, where we are doing a purely data-driven breakdown of the ultimate apex predator debate, the lion versus the tiger. You know, animals, and yes, even birds, are such a vital part of nature's balance. Whether they're up in the trees building intricate nests to protect their babies, or down on the ground patrolling massive territories, every single creature has a totally unique way of surviving and dominating its environment. But today we're looking at two of the most magnificent terrestrial hunters on Earth to see exactly how their evolutionary paths diverge. We're going to use the hard facts to finally settle this debate. To really grasp the high stakes of this animal clash, we have to look at a shocking, totally documented incident from 2011. Over at the Encore Zoo in Turkey, a tiger and a lion managed to get into a confrontation. And what happened next was, well, it was incredibly swift and brutal. The tiger fatally struck the lion with just a single devastating power swipe. One swipe. Now, while both are wild, immensely powerful animals that absolutely demand our respect, this historical event really sets the stage for our analysis today. Just how much stronger is a tiger? And what advantages does a lion actually have to counter all that raw power? Here is our tale of the tape for today. First up, the big cat showdown. Number 2, muscle mass and bite force. Third, top speeds and endurance. Fourth, teamwork versus going solo. And finally, the social intelligence advantage. We're taking a purely factual look at brawn versus brains.
Section 1, the big cat showdown. Aggression and environment.
Every animal faces intense challenges in nature, right? Finding food, avoiding danger, dealing with changing weather. But the tiger and the lion handle these challenges from completely different angles. See, the tiger lives a profoundly solitary life in the dense jungle. To survive entirely alone, a lonely tiger must be incredibly aggressive. They don't want to be in a pack, they demand to be completely free and independent. Contrast that with the lion, which has a deeply group-oriented, collaborative lifestyle. While both cats are fiercely aggressive when they're hunting or protecting their territory, the tiger's isolation basically forces it to maintain a much higher baseline of pure, solitary aggression just to stay alive. Moving to Section 2, muscle mass and bite force, measuring pure brawn. And this right here brilliantly illustrates exactly what we mean by pure brawn. Obviously, a lion is incredibly strong, with muscle making up about 58% of its body weight. But the tiger? A staggering 75%. Think about that. 3/4 of a tiger is just pure muscle. This massive difference in muscle density gives the tiger significantly stronger forelimbs and a much more heavily built frame. It's an absolute powerhouse. When you translate that muscle percentage into actual maximum adult weights, the raw size advantage is just undeniable. Tigers are literally the largest of the entire feline family, weighing anywhere from 500 to a whopping 800 pounds for full-grown adults. Meanwhile, the largest male lions generally max out around 600 to 700 pounds. So the tiger simply carries far more bulk and way more muscle into any potential confrontation. But the brawn doesn't stop at just body weight, 1,050 psi. That is the bite force of a tiger in pounds per square inch. That's enough to easily snap a solid bowling ball right in half. To put that into perspective for you, a tiger bites almost twice as hard as a lion does. With jaws like that, even a highly trained tiger that's just, playing around can do severe damage. Now, let's contrast that with the lion's physical traits. Their bite force measures in at about 650 psi. Sure, it's weaker than the tiger, but it is exactly what they need for their specific environment. Lions feed off of a variety of animals out in Africa, and they need strong jaws to tear through incredibly thick skin and tough hides. But to make up for that lower bite force, lions are highly tactical. They specifically target the throat and other soft areas of the body to secure an easy, efficient kill without needing to rely on sheer jaw pressure alone. Section 3, top speeds and endurance, the tide's turn. Now, what's really interesting here is how the lion suddenly takes the decisive lead. When it comes to top sprinting speeds, the lion can hit an impressive 50 miles per hour. They generate this rapid series of muscle contractions to just sprint across the open grasslands. The tiger, despite all that massive strength we just talked about, tops out at about 35 to 40 miles per hour in short bursts. So the lion's leaner, slightly lighter build translates directly into superior explosive speed. But it's not just about a quick sprint, right? Beyond those short bursts of speed, lions possess absolutely incredible endurance. We're talking capable of walking continuously for up to 30 hours straight. When they need to cover vast distances across the African plains to track migrating prey or patrol their massive territories, their cardiovascular endurance is completely unmatched by the heavier, denser tiger. Section 4. Teamwork versus going solo, hunting strategies. This comparison is just fascinating. As we know, animals have to constantly search for food to survive, but their methods are total polar opposites here. Tigers are highly efficient and perfectly content flying solo. They catch massive prey, like buffalo and deer, completely on their own, no teamwork needed. They rely entirely on that 1,050 psi bite force and huge muscle mass. Lions, on the other hand, rely on complex, highly coordinated pack hunting. The lionesses actually handle the vast majority of the hunting, using intricate teamwork to surround prey, target those soft throats, and take down animals they could literally never defeat alone. This group dynamic completely changes the game for their survival strategy. Section 5. The social intelligence advantage. Brains over brawn? So, I've got to ask you, looking at all this data so far, who do you think wins the battle of the brains? The solitary, massive tiger, or the pack-hunting, highly cooperative lion? Well, the answer to this question actually shocked animal researchers.
The data shows that lions are actually the smartest species of all big cats. In rigorous serial task-solving experiments conducted on all 4 species of big cats, lions consistently outperformed every single other feline. In fact, lions were able to figure out and solve complex puzzles that tigers simply couldn't crack.
So, the crucial point is that this all comes down to social intelligence. Researchers define this as the higher cognitive ability and problem-solving skills that develop directly from navigating a complex social group life. Because lions live in prides, they have to constantly communicate, strategize, and understand the nuanced behaviors of their peers. This dense social environment literally fuels their brain development, making them smarter and far more adaptable problem solvers than the solitary tiger.
Okay, let's bring this all together and look at the final scorecard. The tiger completely dominates in raw muscular strength, a crushing bite force, and the sheer capability for solo survival. Conversely, the lion claims the clear advantage in top speed, continuous endurance, complex teamwork, and social intelligence. What this brilliantly illustrates is that there's no single right way to survive in nature. Both of these apex predators have evolved perfectly adapted strategies to dominate their specific, unique environments.
So I'm going to leave you with this final, provocative question to ponder today. Which evolutionary path is truly superior? The sheer, unadulterated, solitary brawn of the tiger, or the deeply social, strategic brains of the lion? It's a fascinating look into animal behavioral science, and I really hope this data-driven explainer has given you a whole new perspective on the intricate lives of these incredible creatures. Keep asking questions, keep analyzing the data, and we will see you in the next explainer.